Hi there, these next lessons are about graphing quadratic equations. This video here is an introduction to that and a bit of background that you just need to be aware of. So what you need to be aware of is that you have already been expanding and factorizing quadratic equations. So going from expanded form, which is this first one here, this is the expanded general form, which is just a way of encompassing all the equations, and then you've been going out to factorized form, where you put the equation into brackets. That's the factorized general form. And you will see in this one here, which is like a partially factorized. So this one here is actually called the turning point form. And the reason it's called that is that it's a nice form for graphing, and it uses the principle of finding the turning point of the graph. But this one here you'll also recognize as an incomplete factorized, and we used completing the square to do that one there. Just in a way of background, the previous equations that you should have graphed, first of all, number one is linear. So with the linear equations, the general form of those is y equals mx plus c, where m is the gradient or the slope or the multiplier of what you do to x, and the c is a constant. The c is also the y-intercept. So with those ones there, you should recall that any straight line, we have the c there, and then the m is the gradient, which was the rise over the run, in terms of how that line is sloping or progressing. The exponential graphs that you did, the general form of those ones was y equals a times kx. They may be different letters, but a in front is the initial amount, k is the base, and x is the power that just stays as an x. So an example of that one could be y equals 3 times 2 to the power of x, which would be a growth curve because the base is greater than 1. The quadratics are what we're doing now, and there are 3 forms to the equation, and the next few lessons will show you how they can be graphed. The thing to remember though, I'm just going to finish with this one point, just back to the exponential, so you have a reference. The exponential ones were growth and decay, like that. So this one here is growing and that one there is decaying. And with the quadratic, what you really just need to be aware of now is that they are called parabolas. And that their shape is a U shape like this, and they can also be upside down, and they can be shifted anywhere along the Cartesian plane. All right, so that's another thing just to be aware of.